there are two candidates,
Go on.
and they might change with each other. They are Taylor Barnard and Victor Martins.
Yeah,
So
Victor
Victor
Martins. Yeah.
Martins tested with Nissan, and Taylor Barnard is at McLaren,
Yep.
who is powered by Nissan. So either them will drive for the Ian James team or Nissan. So it could be Martins at Nissan and Barnard at the Ian James team, or the other way around.
I think the other way round is more likely.
Yeah, it could be, well, there are any more seats. There is the possibility of Tictum going to Jaguar,
Yep.
and Hughes may. I thought as well Hughes could leave Formula E,
Yep.
but I think in my in, in my thinking, I think this is what makes sense, but the driver market at Formula E is crazy.
Yeah. The
So
whole.
yeah,
I think Victor Martins. Obviously, I like that idea. If I'm Nissan, I wouldn't put Victor Martins in my car at this current moment, because if you're putting a championship together and you want a championship run, you put Barnard and Roland in, the two. You know they know Formula E. You know you're going to get the results. You put them in, and then you put Victor Martins in your V carb team, right? Your baby team, and you let him develop there. I think that makes more sense. But rather than shoehorning Victor Martins into a team where, you know, he might struggle at the beginning, who knows? But the only reason
It's also,
Martins go on.
I just want to point out, it's also worth pointing out that Ian James team may not be Nissan the year after.
That's also true.
So
That's also
I
true.
know there's some
But
rumours
for
that we
one season, you
like
could put
Power
Martins
and
in
Ready,
for one season. You
but
can put
yeah,
Martins in for one season and give him a little bit of experience. Whether he then struggles on this and pick up a second team and then Martins moves across, that could be something that happens. But I just think the only way for me Martins is in a Nissan seat next season is because for whatever reason Taylor Barnard did not want to leave the Ian James team. If Taylor Barnard wanted to stay and was like, no, I'm under contract here, I'm happy to stay, then yeah, you put Victor Martins in your team. But if that's the only if Taylor Barnard basically doesn't budge. If Taylor Barnard's happy to move, you put Taylor Barnard in your team every day of the week.
yeah. I think because Nissan are now in a place that they are fighting for the championship. So it's not like they had with Sasha and
Yeah,
Norman, for example. And right now, I don't think Nissan were thinking right away that they were fighting for the championship as a team.
yeah,
Maybe with Oli, of course, they did it last year, but I either they thought Norman would perform better,
yep,
or they just picked up Norman just to fill a seat.
yep. Well, they also
But
knew
seems
they also
that
knew
seat
Norman,
was
didn't they?
originally Sasha Fenestraz's,
Yep.
so
It
yeah,
is what it is. But Ricardo, we've got to let you go. But thank you so much for coming on. I love